Earphones from FiiO have a long history on the market. The first one that we tried out became the F9 model, and I frankly wasn't happy about it. The reviews of later models also didn't light up the fire in my soul. So why the heck did we choose FA9? Probably because they're expensive, flagship balanced armatures, and we just didn't have enough of FiiO these days. The truth is, I was happy meeting those earbuds. Now let me tell you why. You can't judge the book by its cover, but in our case, the rich-looking package speaks only about how much money you have spent on it. But actually, in all these boxes, there is nothing unusual at all. So basically, you get earphones, 8-strand silver-plated copper cable with MMCX connectors, 14 pairs of tips, and the 15th one already on earphones. It will certainly take a couple of evenings for an assertive audiophile to figure out all of the tips, and then he or she will recall the main feature in FA9, and the circle will roll 7 more times.
Nice.
People who's up to speed know what I'm talking about. Everybody else, just wait a bit while I'll get to this. Also in the kit you will find a magnetic clip for the cable, the brush combined with a screwdriver, you'll see why, and probably an artificial leather case with a magnetic self-closing. Inside of this protector you will find another case, this time of a lighter construction. Actually, we were pretty surprised to see the second one. That's a big thumbs up for FiiO. Now about more important accessories. The set includes different tips for sound tuning, foam tips and spin fits. We found the best fit with the latter one, so we're basically using them. There are certain changes in the sound flow when switching ear tips. If we put aside the comfortability, the vocal ones turned out to be the best. Although in my humble opinion, the spin fits emphasize the character of the earphones more vividly. Not the exact comfortability, the cord overall is of a good quality. It's fancy with comfortable ear hooks, but a bit too stiff for me. Probably just cause I like soft cables more. The form that FA9 has is just kinda the right prescription from the doctor. Its design is closer to pseudo-custom one. Passive noise isolation is not the best here, but it tries really hard not to fail. Fixation is good, the earbuds do not fall while walking. Considering the shape of the body, there is a long nozzle. It's a pity that it's almost smooth, and speaking from the experience, over the time the ear tips will start to slip off. As for the size, your eyes do not lie. These IEMs are large, and due to the solid body without huge cavities, they turned out to be weighty. It's noticeable only after a couple of hours of listening. I can bet that in winter the head can push them too much into your ears and break the fit. So keep this in mind. Digging deeper, the earbuds are built at the borderline of different technologies in collaboration with HeyGears and Knowles companies. The latter one is a well-known American manufacturer of armature drivers that made 3 paired units for FA9 with a custom driver for the mid-frequencies, by the way. Who the hell is HeyGears?
Justin Bieber?
Who the f Justin Bieber?
Good.
These are the guys from China who are engaged in high-precision DLP printing. Thanks to their equipment, such bizarre bodies have been created with a very difficult system of sound tubes. I can't imagine how big is the ocean of tears that many engineers cried by looking at this construction. But FiiO says that such a maze made it possible to cut off unwanted sounds and remove tangible joints in sound flow. Considering the mentioned custom driver for mids, I do not feel how logical these statements are. Well, it is a showstopper time, and the answer of many of your questions. The switches. Exactly to toggle them, there is a screwdriver in the kit, although the regular SIM tool deals with this task even better. Switches control the crossover and have the following functions. The first one is responsible for impedance. When it's turned on, the earphones become lighter, more aggressive, and biting in almost all sound aspects. It is said to be very sensitive to the noise of the amplifier, but in practice the things are not so bad as it seems. I honestly did not catch a big difference with a Basso DX150, for instance. The second switch takes over the high frequencies, and I will never recommend turning it off, since the highs become dull and seemingly deaf. It is also not worth doing, at least because you will kill the charisma of the model itself. The third toggle in its default position draws a V-shaped frequency response, pushing the mids to the background and slightly raising the bass, making it softer. When activated, the lows become more sharp and the middle gets more decibels. Now you understand why I was talking about 8 examples of sound presentation. I will not describe each of them purely because I will go crazy, but I must mention that spin fits were the most handy in tuning the sound. The set that I like the most is with all the switches turned up, which is called Crisp Highs, so let's dwell on it in detail. Get ready for some audiophile madness. So being said like that, FA9 justified all my hopes with well-designed sound of multi-driver armatures, detailed, clean, fast, natural, and without excessive sharpness or dryness. Highs, despite the superiority in the amplitude, have amazing delicacy that makes the earphones generally comfortable. For example, I couldn't find a track that would literally hurt my ears. Cymbals, as the main measure of how natural are highs, were bright and trustworthy, although I personally would like it to be more sparkling. Probably for the sake of comfort, FiiO decided to cut out exactly this flavor. For the rest, I have no complaints. By default, the mids are slightly pushed back, which is only sometimes noticeable in contrast to the middle and low sections of treble when listening to the instrumental parts of the track. I didn't find anything controversial anymore, because the mids overall are a bit dry. This makes them pleasantly crisp and allows you to feel the rich sounds of instruments, not losing the whole melody behind expressive small details. As for the bass, in FA9 it doesn't hide its nature too much, it is noticeably more lash than in some dynamic driver and hybrid earbuds. Considering that in music low frequencies are raised by default, this instantly pops up and makes electronics more funky and heavy genres much angrier. At the same time, unless you're a melomaniac, it is easy to lose the track of it and wonder each time how different FiiO earphones can be. The contrabass voice is stylishly viscous, and the pipe organ sounds so epic that I needed to catch my breath while listening. Another fact that more or less proves the price of this model is its deliberate way to show the low-quality music. Many times I had thoughts, how could I listen to this shit before? And for the period of using FA9, I simply forgot about the third of my music library. Rock, even popular one from not the underground records, sounds good very selectively. In most cases, some dirt jumps in front and makes you choose something else to listen to. In good old traditions, FiiO flagships transmit the soundstage adequately, without virtual compression, although I remember their approach in decorating the sound in BTR receiver, so subconsciously I was expecting something more from earphones. Summarizing the stuff, FiiO FA9 costs $620 and they sound somewhere like they should for such a big buck. Yes, there are more comfortable chi-fi earphones that play in about the same way, giving rather soft armature sound. But they have no such quality, no tuned drivers, definitely no bucket of ear tips in the kit, and most importantly no option to adjust the sound on the go by using switches. This feature is the main reason why FA9 looks superior against most of the competitors. Ambient Acoustics offers a similar option for a long time already, but in a much more expensive way. Who else can boast with such a flexible and effective sound flow change system built into the headphones? Tell me in comment section if you know. FiiO definitely made the safest Armature IEM for a blind purchase, spending money on which is almost impossible to get into MS. We've been waiting for this for a long time. The wait is finally over. So this is it for today. In the description box below you can find the links to the internet stores where you can buy FiiO FA9. And if you like this video, then why not to support our channel by subscribing to it, hitting the like button and ringing the bell to stay tuned for more cool content. My thanks for watching and cheers!